Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Alcos, Ms. Amato, Ms. Bellotti, Mr. Chun, Ms. Cochran,
Excused.
Mr. Evslin, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Garrett, Ms. Grandinetti, Mr. Hashem, Mr. Holt, Mr. Hussey, Ms. Ichiyama, Mr. Iligan, Ms. Iwamoto, Ms. Kahaloa, Ms. Capella, Ms. Kohokapu Liloy, Mr. Kila, Ms. Kitagawa, Mr. Kong, Mr. Kush, Ms. Lachika, Ms. Lamosao, Mr. Lee, Ms. Lowen, Ms. Martin, Mr. Matayoshi, Ms. Matsumoto, Mr. Miyake, Ms. Morikawa, Mr. Muraoka, Mr. Olds, Ms. Peruso, Mr. Pirik,
Excused.
Ms. Poe, Mr. Quinlan, Ms. Reyes-Oda, Mr. Sayama, Mr. Shimizu, Ms. Souza, Mr. Takayama, Ms. Takenouchi, Mr. Tam, Mr. Tarnas, Ms. Templo,
Excused.
Mr. Todd, Mr. Ward,
Excused.
Mr. Woodson, Mr. Yamashita, Madam Speaker.
Here.
Madam Speaker, 47 members are present, 4 are excused.
Thank you. Item number 2, reading of the journal. Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I move we dispense with the reading of the journal of the 11th through the 14th days and approve the same as though read throughout.
Representative Garcia.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that journal days 11 through 14 be approved. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Item number 3, messages from the governor. Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the governor?
Madam Speaker, there are none.
Item number 4, Senate communications. Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Yes, Madam Speaker, we are in receipt of communications transmitting the noted Senate bills, all having passed third reading in the Senate.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I move that the Senate bills laying on the clerk's desk pass first reading by title.
Representative Garcia.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the Senate bills laying on the clerk's desk pass first reading by title. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members, are there any introductions? Representative Garcia.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's my honor to introduce to the House today Hawaiian Mission Academy Windward Campus. Please stand, everybody. Those who are here visiting from Hawaiian Mission Academy Windward Campus, we have 3rd through 8th grade that's visiting today, and I want to read the names of their teachers and staff that is with them. Becky Truesdale, Catherine Salazar, Hilda Scott, Chris Tate, Principal, Noel Butler, Jody Bichard, and Maddie Dietrich, and all the students who are here, welcome to the Hawaii House of Representatives.
Representative Quinlan.
Red Raiders, please rise. Madam Speaker, today in the gallery, we are honored to have students from Kahuku High and Intermediate School's Modern History of Hawaii class, along with their dedicated teacher, Kumu Kaleo. These students are here in search of examples of alakai, he opu ali'i, a leader with the stomach of the chief. Please join me in recognizing them, and I kindly ask that their names be inserted into the journal. Red Raiders, welcome to your House of Representatives.
Any further introductions? Okay. Representative Sayama.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is my pleasure to introduce my dedicated staff. If they could rise, my office manager, Evelyn He, my committee clerk, Sam Kim, and my legislative aide, Christine Fuller. Welcome to your House of Representatives.
Representative Liloy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today in the gallery, I have an incredible individual. He shows up as his best self every single day and has really sparked joy in our House District 2 office. Today I have our legislative aide, Kevin Chong, in the gallery. Kevin, welcome to your State House of Representatives.
Representative Reyes-Oda.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to introduce my office staff that are here. I've already introduced two of them before, but there's one, so I'm going to start with the new one. Tristan Fujimoto, Legislative Aide, Robbie Allen, and Office Manager Judy Hernandez. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
Are there any further introductions? If not, let's move on to order of the day. Item number 5, reports of standing committees. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt Standing Committee Report numbers 798 through 829 as listed on pages 1 through 9, and that the accompanying House bills, as may be amended, pass second reading and be placed on the calendar for third reading.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion on these items beginning with HSCR number 798? (799) Standing Committee Report 800, 801, 802, top of page 3, Standing Committee Report number 803, 804, 805, 806. Top of page 4, Standing Committee Report number 807. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition with comments, please.
Please proceed.
Although it is difficult to make these decisions of consequence, I believe that certain offenses should be based on the specifics of the crime committed. We had testimony from the prosecuting attorney opposing this bill, and I believe experienced judges can sentence accordingly. And I also note that life with no parole sentences can apply for parole after 20 years. So, thank you, Madam Chair, I yield.
Representative Kong.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With reservations.
So ordered. Representative Matsumoto.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Reyes-Oda.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Muraoka.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Amato.
Reservations.
So ordered. Let's move on to Standing Committee Report number 808, 809, 810. Top of page 5, Standing Committee Report number 811, 812, 813, 814. Top of page 6, Standing Committee Report number 815, 816, 817. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I support with reservations and comments, please.
Please proceed.
There are no perfect solutions or situations that are identical. There are good reasons for this bill, but there are still concerns that there are clearly advantages and purposes for the current condition and questions regarding the enforceability of this new arrangement. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield.
Let's move on to Standing Committee Report 818. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Souza.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Reyes-Oda.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Matsumoto.
Same request.
So ordered. Let's move on to top of page 7, Standing Committee Report 819. Representative Alcos.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Muraoka.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Reyes-Oda.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition with brief comments, please.
Please proceed.
Based on the opposing testimony of the prosecuting attorney and judiciary, coupled with the uncertainty of adequate programs to place and to properly care for and address the persons in question, it would be beneficial to allow and have experienced judges discern the specifics of each case and rule accordingly. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Representative Matsumoto.
Reservations.
So ordered. Let's move on to Standing Committee Report 820. Representative Amato.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Reyes-Oda.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
Reservations.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition with brief comments, please.
Please proceed.
In respect to the good representative from the Big Island, Hawaii Island, there was overwhelming testimony in opposition, as well as opposition from HPD and the prosecuting attorney. HPD stated that the requirements of this bill, although well-meaning, would make their job more difficult, requiring more paperwork, and they are already short-staffed. I believe our first responders already have a very difficult job, and I would like to listen to their voice, which is telling me, don't make it more difficult for them. So thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Representative Muraoka.
No vote.
Representative Matsumoto.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Souza.
With reservations.
So ordered. Let's move on to Standing Committee Report 821. Representative Reyes-Oda.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Garcia.
In opposition?
Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I oppose this bill for a few reasons. This bill basically says that the appointees to the Elections Commission, which are appointed by both the majority and minority, will now have to go through the advise and consent of the State Senate. This defeats the purpose of having a truly bipartisan elections commission. A truly bipartisan election commission means both parties get to appoint who they want to serve on this commission. If this bill passes, you all are telling us, the minority, that our appointments have to be approved by the majority party in power. This defeats the purpose. I think this is going to move us in a wrong direction to where the Elections Commission will no longer truly be equally bipartisan. So for those reasons, no vote.
Representative Matsumoto.
No vote and permission to insert written comments into the journal.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Muraoka.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition with brief comments, please.
Please proceed.
Although one might say there are theoretical advantages to this change, the minority party will be held to more scrutiny in a chamber that has little representation. So I believe the current arrangement is appropriate and reduces any political intentions. I'm not trying to say that it happens, But just in case, it would be good to avoid that. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Representative Tam.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In support?
Please proceed.
Thank you. The Elections Commission is not just some average commission that does wield no influence. It has an enormous influence. It oversees the elections in the state. It oversees election workers and the chief elections officer. Similarly, there are many commissions in the state, such as the Real Estate Commission, the Women's Commission, Status of Women's Commission, as well as the LGBTQ+ Commission that requires advice and consent. The advice and consent is a transparency process that allows members of the public to weigh in and testify on people that are going to be sitting on these commissions. And I think something so important, such as the Elections Commission, deserves public scrutiny, deserves people to have to weigh in on who's going to sit on it to ensure that our elections are free and fair. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and for those reasons, I rise in support.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on to Standing Committee Report 822. Moving to the top of page 8, Standing Committee Report 823. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in support with reservations, and the reservations I have, of course, I want to support campaign reform. It was and is an important message that I choose to champion. The reservation is the fact that other very important offices, I believe, should also apply. Example, governor, mayor, city council, and the like, I believe should also be covered by these provisions. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Any further comments? We're going to move on to Standing Committee Report 824, 825, 826. Top of page 9, Standing Committee Report number 827. Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
No vote.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition with comments, please.
Please proceed.
I want to say that there's no question that I strongly oppose gun violence and support the intent of controlling this serious problem. This bill would affect mostly law-abiding citizens, and I believe there are constitutional rights violation concerns. We know that we can pass laws to improve our conduct for society's well-being, but we also know that criminals do not obey the law or consider them. I know this body has advocated for the lost, the underprivileged, those in need, and we should be focusing our efforts towards those areas to better care for problems of mental health, substance abuse, domestic violence, prison reform, and the like. I believe these areas are at the root of our problem, and we need to address these problems specifically. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Representative Kong.
No vote.
So ordered. Let's move on to Standing Committee Report
Sorry,
8.
Madam Speaker.
Excuse me. Oh, Representative Matsumoto.
With reservations.
So ordered. Representative Hussey.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to stand in support of the measure.
Please proceed.
And I just wanted to note for the record that on its face, the measure does not affect law-abiding citizens. This measure specifically addresses non-registered firearms that do not have a serial number imprinted by the manufacturer. So by definition, it would not affect those of us who do decide to exercise our Second Amendment rights. Thank you very much.
Representative Souza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, with reservations. And I also would like
Please proceed.
Thank you. I would also like the words of the representative from Kalihi Valley inserted into the record as my own. And I also just want to make clear as well that this basically, in a roundabout way, expresses the felony murder rule in some sense. And it's very specific. I'm the biggest proponent of the Second Amendment, card-carrying NRA member, and at the same time, this is definitely not trying to secure or going against Second Amendment rights in that sense, and it is pertaining to ghost guns being used in the commission of a felony. I think we may all agree that that's probably great that we go against that. Thanks.
Okay. If there are no further comments, moving on to Standing Committee Report number 828. 829,
828.
excuse me, 828, Representative Garcia.
No vote.
So ordered, Representative Elkos.
No vote.
So ordered, Representative Matsumoto.
Reservations.
So ordered, Representative Muraoka.
No vote.
So ordered, Representative Reyes-Oda.
Reservations.
So ordered, Representative Kong.
No vote.
So ordered, Representative Souza.
Reservations.
So ordered, Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition.
Please proceed.
I would like to use the phrase that my respected chair from Hawaii Island recites. I'd like to disagree without being disagreeable, and I'd like the statements for my entry in HB 392 be entered for this entry as well. Thank you.
So ordered. Standing Committee Report 829. Okay. Members, we will be taking a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Morikawa for the motion to suspend the rules.
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House in order to consider certain House bills for third reading by consent calendar.
Representative Garcia.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any questions? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt Standing Committee Report numbers 830 through 900, as listed on pages 10 through 24, and that the accompanying House bills pass third reading.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion on these items beginning with HSCR 830? 831. 832. 833. Moving on to the top of page 11, Standing Committee Report 834. 835. 836. 837. 838. Top of page 12, Standing Committee Report number 839. 840. 841. 842. 843. Top of page 13, Standing Committee Report 844. 845. 846. 847. 848. Top of page 14, Standing Committee Report 849. 850. 851. 851.
Right.
Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will vote in with reservations.
So ordered. Moving on to Standing Committee Report 852. 853. Representative Garcia.
With reservations.
So ordered. We're at the top of page 15, Standing Committee Report 854. 855. 856. 857. 858. Top of page 16, Standing Committee Report number 859. 859, Representative Capella.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted to, in support.
Please proceed.
Thank you. I wanted to take a minute to thank the incredible advocates who have helped bring this legislation forward. Advocates from the Hawaii Water Safety Coalition who have been working on legislation regarding swim lessons in schools and water safety for many years. These are lifeguards, watermen and waterwomen, and bereaved parents. When we look at water safety in our state, drowning is one of the leading causes of death among keiki ages 1 through 15. So giving kids access to life-saving education in school will help so many families, particularly Native Hawaiian families or students whose families may not be able to afford after-school or out-of-school swim lessons, which on average cost anywhere between $150 to $200 a month, something that many families in Title I schools can't afford. So I also want to thank the Chair of Education for allowing this to move forward and supporting water safety access. Mahalo.
Moving on to Standing Committee Report 860, 861, 862, 863. We're at the top of page 17, Standing Committee Report number 864, 865, 866, 867. At the top of page 18, Standing Committee Report 868, 869, 870, 871, 872. We're at the top of page 19, Standing Committee Report number 873, 874, 875, 876, 877. At the top of page 20, Standing Committee Report number 878, 879, 880, 881, 882. At the top of page 21, Standing Committee Report number 883, 884, 885, 886. Representative Garcia.
With reservations.
So ordered. Representative Amato.
Reservations.
So ordered. We're now at the top of page 22, Standing Committee Report 887, 888, 889, 890. We're now at the top of page 23, Standing Committee Report number 891. Representative Hussey.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With reservations and a request to insert remarks into the journal.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Representative Amato. Reservations?
Yes.
So ordered. Representative Peruso.
With reservations, please.
So ordered. Representative Shimizu.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in opposition with brief comments, please.
Please proceed.
In concept, but in all due respect to the good representative from Sand Island, this concept sounds like a great idea, but this endeavor should be done through another entity. We already have HB 1020 that is looking into geothermal, and maybe even promote private industry to get involved with tax incentives or seed money. I believe DHHL should be focused on providing living units for their constituents, the Native Hawaiian community. This would be a very costly experiment that will surely require future funding. And the overwhelming testimony of the people in the community do not support this idea and feel proper communication and opportunity for their involvement was not provided for them, and that is the reason I'm opposing this bill. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Representative Souza.
With reservations, thank you.
So ordered. Representative Lowen.
Just want to quickly say, because this is a bill to look at identifying geothermal resources on DHHL land, that DHHL is the appropriate entity to do that. And I think there is work to be done regarding bringing the community along and making sure there's appropriate consultation. But it's an incredible opportunity if we can make geothermal energy work in Hawaii. That could open all kinds of opportunities in the state.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Representative Garcia, what is your point of order?
Was it in support or opposition?
Excuse me.
In support.
Thank you. Thank you, Representative Lowen, for clarifying. Representative Poi Poi.
Thank you, Speaker. In opposition, but
Please proceed.
Thank you. My opposition isn't a position on geothermal, rather just a concern about the consultation process with beneficiaries. I do think that more needs to be done to engage beneficiaries up front and provide information and a forum for meaningful feedback and engagement. And I think that that information, to me at least, and to many of us, would be helpful in understanding a path forward. And yeah, so that's the reason for my opposition. Thank you.
Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to have the words of the representative from Molokai entered in as my own.
So ordered.
And I'd like to also add, so after reading the bill, there is some...
are you in support?
Thank you.
Or
I am
opposition?
in opposition.
Okay,
as,
thank you.
The representative from Molokai. Thank you. So after reading the bill, it isn't clear where this geothermal exploration would be looked at. So I too don't take a stand against geothermal. I just want to see more consultation with the beneficiaries of DHHL. Also, perhaps my vote will change when it comes back on this bill will change if the bill clearly states that it's for Oahu. If that is what this bill is going to evolve, then I'd like that clear, because right now I understand that the community on Hawaii Island, there is some confusion because I believe DHHL has already taken a few steps to look at geothermal on that island. So but not on Oahu, so it might be kind of confusing. Thank you.
Representative Hussey.
Madam Speaker, still with reservations.
Please
if I could
proceed.
expound a little bit on my position. One of the things that I really appreciate about the construction of our state constitution is that it precludes the legislature from passing special legislation that only targets one particular area. At least we're not supposed to do that. And so the thing I appreciate about this bill is that it is actually quite broad. I also oppose geothermal development on the island of Hawaii for cultural and religious concerns. But I do think that we need geothermal here on Oahu. We have a lot of people and not enough land to build the appropriate amount of solar farms and renewable energy plants that we need. So for that reason, I still stand with reservations, and I appreciate the work of the chair of this committee for moving this measure forward. Thank you.
Any further comments? Representative Capella.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With reservations,
please proceed.
I would like to adopt the words of the representative from Molokai as if they were my own. And then I would also like to add that I am extremely disappointed in the Department of Hawaiian Homelands for not doing its due diligence and consulting beneficiaries. I recognize that there may have been listening sessions that were done, but there is a process for consulting beneficiaries, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to make sure that they utilize that process in the future. Thank you.
Representative Beladi.
Thank you. In support with reservations.
Please proceed.
May I, and the reasons for my reservations is for the reasons set forth by the representative from Molokai. Thank you.
Representative Grandinetti.
With reservations.
So ordered. Representative Holt.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In support,
Please
I'd
proceed.
just like to note to the body that we're very preliminary in the process. I'm sure the department will do their due diligence and consult with the beneficiaries, and at this point, we're still very early in the process, so I would urge my colleagues to vote in support. Thank you.
Representative Souza.
Second time, Madam Speaker.
Please proceed. In support?
With reservations.
With reservations.
And I would like to just note that I am an introducer on this bill, and the testimony in the last committee, which is Finance, it wasn't necessarily all in opposition, or it was actually a lot of support. And I would like to note also that I do have concerns about the community engagement as well. And I do have concerns also about the location, because I had a lot of letters written to me saying that this would affect Mauna Kea on Hawaii Island. So I do have concerns about that. I would also like to insert the words of the representative from Molokai into the journal as my own.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Representative Lowen.
Thank you,
For the
Mr.
second
Speaker.
time.
Still, thank you, Madam Speaker. Still in support.
Please proceed.
I just want to say, again, this bill is specific to DHHL, but the question of whether there should be additional geothermal expansion on Hawaii Island, I think would be up to a decision between the DHHL leadership and the beneficiaries, who I think still have to be properly consulted. This is very early stages, so I don't think, if there's been a lack of consultation, it may partly be in part to the fact that funds haven't been appropriated and things are still really at the start of the process. But I will say that the idea that that my wonderful fellow representatives from Oahu think there should be no additional expansion of geothermal on Hawaii Island in general, I think that's a decision for the people of Hawaii Island to make. And I think that there would be incredible opportunity for Hawaii Island. It would help bring our energy costs down if done right. We have incredibly high cost of electricity, higher than here, and could also expand a lot of economic opportunities. So that's a decision for the people of Hawaii Island. And that is what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Any further comments? If not, let's move on to Standing Committee Report number 892. 893, 894, 895. We're at the top of page 24, Standing Committee Report number 896. 897. Representative Garcia.
With reservations.
So ordered. Standing Committee Report number 898. Representative Garcia.
With reservations.
So ordered. Representative Alcos.
Reservations.
So ordered. Moving on to Standing Committee Report 899. 900. Representative Morikawa for the vote.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On the measures before us, all majority members vote aye, with the exception of the following. On page 20, STANCOM report number 880, HB number 344 HD1, Rep. Kong votes no. On page 22, STANCOM report number 890, HB number 1020 HD1, the following vote no. Amato, Iwamoto. On page 23, STANCOM report number 891, HB number 1307 HD2, the following vote no. Iwamoto, Poi Poi. On page 24, STANCOM report number 900, HB number 1051 HD1, Rep. Kong votes no.
Representative Garcia.
Madam Speaker, on the measures before us, all minority members vote aye with the exception of the following. On page 20, SCR 879, HB 242, House Draft 1, Garcia votes no. SCR 880, HB 344, HD1, Reps Garcia, Muraoka, and Shimizu vote no. On page 21, SCR 883, HB 736, House Draft 1, Reps Garcia and Muraoka vote no. SCR 884, HB 49, House Draft 1, Garcia votes no. Page 22, SCR 890, HB 1020, House Draft 1, Reps Garcia and Muraoka vote no. Page 23, SCR 891, HB 1307, HD2, Reps Alcos, Garcia, Matsumoto, Muraoka, Shimizu, and Reyes Oda vote no. Page 24, SCR 898, HB 1069, House Draft 1, Reps Garcia, Shimizu, and Reyes Oda votes no. And lastly, on SCR 900, HB 1051, House Draft 1, Reps Alcos, Garcia, Matsumoto, Muraoka, Shimizu, and Reyes Oda vote no.
Representative Iwamoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I accidentally submitted the wrong HB. It was not, for me, a no on HB 1020. It was a no on HB 1098. So I apologize. I don't know if we can tear that one up and replace it with this one.
Brian, is that okay? Brian. Yeah, that would be fine. Thanks for clarifying your vote.
So much. I apologize.
Have all votes been cast? If so, said House bills pass third reading. Item number 6, third reading bills. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move that the House bills listed on page 25 pass third reading.
Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
Any discussion on these items, starting with House Bill number 132? 145 and House Bill number 622. Okay, Representative Morikawa for the vote.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On the measures before us, all majority members vote aye.
Representative Garcia.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On the measures before us, all minority members vote aye.
Have all votes been cast? Said House bills pass third reading. Item 7, introduction of resolutions. Mr. Clerk, are there any resolutions for action?
Madam Speaker, there are no resolutions for action. May all others be referred to print.
So ordered. Item number 8, announcements. Members, are there any announcements? Okay. Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker.
Oh, excuse me, Representative Capella.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just 2 quick announcements. Legislative Art Day is upon us. So please come to room 411. This is for legislators and staff who would like to get creative with us. We have a class that's sponsored by the State Foundation for Culture and the Arts from 2 to 5 p.m. in room 411. And then just also another reminder for Art at the Capitol. It's going to be on 4/11. That's April 11th. Lost my train of thought there. But please, if you're willing to keep your office open so that we can showcase the beautiful art in your offices, please let my office know. And then just so you know, we will be sponsoring pizza for the offices that stay open. So please, don't be shy. Come and participate in Art at the Capitol. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Any further announcements? If not, for the motion to adjourn, Representative Morikawa.
Madam Speaker, I move that this House stand adjourned until 12 o'clock noon tomorrow.
Representative Garcia.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.